Hey Nishan, is it illegal to have a suppressor?
Hey Nishan, is it illegal to have a silencer?
So we get this question quite often, mostly from uninformed customers. And there's a lot of misconceptions that go along with a suppressor, or the technical term, which is silencer, that is issued by the NFA. So you absolutely can own a silencer/suppressor. It does require a little bit of legwork. It requires you to submit fingerprints, requires you to submit a passport photo. Various different entities can submit for those. You're typically looking at a 6 to 12 month wait before it's approved. When we think about the process of applying for a suppressor, something that takes a noise and it makes it shooter safe, so that we can shoot without damaging our hearing or reduce recoil or signature. I believe that we've missed the mark when it comes to the intent behind the inaccessibility of suppressors in silencers. The intent was to make us less lethal and to essentially create this safer gun-free environment or suppressor-free environment, which is super ironic because a suppressor does not make you, in any sense of the word, safer as a society. Throwing a suppressor on one of my full auto M4s or an AR-15 or even a pistol does not make you safer. It does not provide a more lethal ability for a criminal to commit crime. The other ironic thing is, if you go to a country like New Zealand, you're going to find that suppressors are required for hunting. They're required for a lot of modern sporting activities. You would buy it just like you would anything else on the open market, because a suppressor in itself does not inertly have a negative or more lethal aspect. The ability to shoot without hearing protection is actually safer, because now you can communicate to the hunter to the right, to the left, or maybe from across a canyon, and you no longer are impeded by a passive hearing protection. There's one other aspect that I'd like to talk about when it comes to suppressors. Those forms you submit to the NFA to be approved, in this joke of the matter that it somehow makes us safer. When we separated from England, the arguable flashpoint for that could be the Boston Tea Party. Now, the Boston Tea Party, Americans at the time were fed up with paying excise taxes, which essentially were a tax stamp on the tea that was being imported from various countries around the world, not just England. Isn't it kind of ironic that now we as Americans have to pay a tax stamp for an item that doesn't make us more lethal or make us more dangerous? And in fact, it's an item that makes us safer, protects our hearing and our health, and also gives us a little more wherewithal when we're handling a firearm. That to me is very backwards. And I think it's something that we as a country should probably get behind, the repeal of the NFA, the National Firearms Act, and the strict unconstitutional use to inhibit those that cannot afford tax stamps, $200 tax stamps for everyone, or to wait months and months and years for those. It's truly an oppressive organization that does nothing but keep items that have no bearing on our safety and society away from those that probably need it the most. Taxation is theft!